So when we think about as Microsoft products, particularly SQL Server and Microsoft Windows Server operating system, in 2012 R2 hits end of life. Microsoft generally has a 10-year lifespan for those products. You have mainstream support for the first 5 years and then what we call extended for those next 5. And then after that, right, some clients may not be ready to modernize those 2012 assets, right? That asset is still performing a useful function for your business. It's still providing value. It's probably been rock solid for you for over a decade. So there are a few options that we look at in partnership with Microsoft. So one of the things that we can do is put them in PaaS services in Azure, right? So we have things like SQL managed instance at which we can bring that technology forward and give them another 2 to 3 years of extended security and updates and really offload a lot of that platform management into Azure. We can do the same thing on the server side, right? Moving into maybe more platform compute services, right? So that's one avenue in which we can help extend that life cycle there. Then we also have what we call Azure Arc, which extends hybrid management into the data center, right? So if a client looks at their 2012 estate, both Windows Server and SQL Server, we can use Arc to actually give hybrid management and give them those additional 2 to 3 year windows of what we call EUS, extended update, security updates. And then we also have the other option with those clients can move those virtual machines into Azure. They will also get those extended security updates as well. So really that 3-pronged approach. We can maybe modernize to those PaaS services to have SQL like 2012 schema compatibility, right, in those PaaS services. Or we can convert those VMs to other PaaS services, right? Or we can do that IaaS migration VM into Azure. Or of course, we can look at that Azure Arc. If we need to keep those assets on-prem, we have no opportunity, doesn't make sense to move them to an Azure compute region. And in the cloud, we can backhaul that and give them that extended support. So 3 really nice options that we can work with every customer on to keep them modernized, keep them safe. When we think about ameliorating 2012, Insight has pretty robust frameworks and methodology around that. So we have everything from our Snap Start through our app modernization framework, which takes a very much top-down and bottom-up approach, which we think is really unique in the industry, that's going to help those clients disposition those 2012 assets and of course other legacy technology in their data center and get them into the right purpose-built solution, whether it's from cost, security, the workload criticality to their business, as well as things like business continuity and their ability to sustain, and of course their appetite for risk for keeping those maybe out of support assets on their books.